Well, hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of the Brummie Koi Pond on what is a beautiful, glorious day. And as you can see, we're in the middle of the Euros. Come on, England! Before we get on with the main part of the video, just an apology for the lack of content over the last few weeks, but there is a good reason for that. Everybody, meet Roxy. This is our new addition to the family. She's a little puppy staffy. In this picture here, she's only a few weeks, probably 9-10 weeks old. She's now 14 weeks old and destroying the house, but we love her. And on with the video. So we all know about pond skimmers. There's various types. There's in the wall types, there's stand in the pond type, all sorts. I went for a different option. I used a stand in the pond type OAS skimmer, but modified it so it doesn't stand in the pond. So as you will see, there's pipe work that comes over the top of the pond. Yes, this is temporary until such a time I do something different, but I didn't want something standing on the bottom of my pond liner which could potentially damage it. So I just went for the option of changing the bottom of the unit with a bulkhead and brought some pipework out, and I'll just quickly show you over the top down into a pump, and then that feeds back into my waterfall blade. And to be fair, all I needed to do was prime it by forcing some water through the pipework so it met down to the pump, and once it hit the pump it runs beautifully. It never stops. Obviously when I do stop it and start it, it's already primed, so I haven't got to worry about it because it's water and air tight, so air's not getting into there and the water's not seeping back. Just an option for those of you that want to fit a skimmer but don't want to start chipping away at your wall and don't want something that's sitting on the bottom of your pond. By the way, fish are all happy swimming around. This is a different method using the same skimmer, same pipe work, but using it as a gravity fed into a barrel and then pumping out back to the waterfall. Looking into the barrel here, you may or may not be able to see the pump which feeds back to the waterfall. Just a different option if you haven't got a pump that will attach to pipework. You can see here there's a small tube with a one-way valve, and it uses this to prime the pipework. The Cyclone filter in its original setup, and I found with the air pipe pointing upwards, the media wasn't circulating down low in the tube, causing algae to grow and the tube to get dirty. So you'll see now when the air starts, the media circulates really well, but unfortunately it doesn't always go all the way down to the bottom of the tube. As you can see towards the end of this clip here, it doesn't quite get to the bottom, and therefore it's not keeping the tube clean. The small simple mod that I made was basically turn the air tube upside down so it's pointing downwards. Shortly you'll see the filter rotating and bubbling away, and how much more the media does rotate and clean the bottom of the tube. Here you can see that it's now cycling, and you'll see as we go down the tube that the media is going all the way to the bottom and keeping the sides of the tube much cleaner.
Just another option if those of you are suffering the same as I was with some green algae on the inside of your tube, bearing in mind mine Cyclone filter is outside and not inside a filter house.
Pond auto feeder. So yeah, it's a P7000 Fishmate auto feeder, but what makes mine different to everybody else's? Well, if I zoom in, you'll see there's no readout. It doesn't work. I bought this second hand for a tenner, so I can't really complain. But I didn't want it, so it was an auto feeder in the sense that you set it up and away it goes. I wanted to control it with smart devices, so what did I do? I stripped it down. As most of you know that's got one of these pond feeders, it's only battery operated, so I put a jack port in there and powered it up via the mains. So if I shoot across here into the filter house, I've got a little transformer here which links up to a smart device, which when I tell Alexa to feed the fish, it does just that. So yes, I can set it up to feed from specific times, or I can do it bespoke. But the other thing it will do is the feed you've got coming in there from the Cyclone filter, it will shut that down. It will shut off the air to the pond, and it will shut off the skimmer. So the pond was very still and the fish can feed in peace, and approximately half an hour later everything will start back up. I'll do a short demonstration just to show you how it all works. So as you can see, everything's operating as normal. The Cyclone filter's still pumping the water through back to the pond. The air's on in the pond. The waterfall is on, and so is the skimmer. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go and speak with the Amazon device. Please excuse the wobbly hands. I am holding this free hand and zoomed in quite far. But here we go. Alexa, feed the fish. So hopefully you'll see the food starting to come into the pond now through the feeder, and the water coming back from the Cyclone filter has also stopped. So if I zoom out, we'll go and have a look, and we'll also notice that the air to the pond has stopped. The waterfall has stopped operating because the skimmer has stopped also. So now the fish have got about 30 minutes to have a bit of a feed, and as you can see the food's in the pond, and hopefully they'll have something nice to eat. We'll catch up again in about 30 minutes time with the restart. So we've fast forwarded 30 minutes, and as you can see the skimmer, which feeds the waterfall, is still off. The air's still off. The water's still very still. Obviously the fish are swimming around happy. And yes, just for those of you who didn't catch the text earlier, there is a golden orph down there on its side. It is alive. It's had a stroke, and you know it's feeding, and it is moving around still. As you can probably see if you look close enough, it's maybe still moving. Been there now like this for about 6 weeks. Just can't bring myself to do anything with it. It's still alive. It's still breathing. It's still feeding. So just on, obviously you can see there that the water coming from the Cyclone filter is still off. So it's just about to start back up again after its 30-minute feeding. Let's see what happens. So as we can see, oh, that's shot down because it started going through. The waterfall started, look, the air starting up, and as we come round, hopefully we'll see water coming out the Cyclone filter. There we go. So that's the whole process of the smart auto feeder, feeding the fish and controlling various items in the pond so we don't lose all the food before the fish eat it.
Well, here we are at the end of another video. If you liked the video, please like it. Please subscribe and hit the notification bell. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you on the next one. Bye for now.